Good morning. Good morning, Huntington. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Huntington County School Corporation is under a 2-hour delay this morning. I am happy to see you. This is Brad with Huntington County Storm Chasers. And this morning, we're about 2 hours late, but we're going to go ahead and do a morning coffee with Brad this morning, just because we are having a little bit of significant weather out there today. And we're going to do this real quick. We'll be in here for about a half hour and kind of update you on everything that's going on and what we got going on outside. And then after that, we're going to go on a little drive. We're going to go live for that as well, give you a live update on the road conditions and everything like that. I have heard that there are some slick spots and things out there like that. We're going to get a little bit of wind today, so that could cause a little bit of drifting. So we'll talk about that as we get through the day, and we'll keep going. So this morning, remember, kiddos, 2-hour delay. So things are going to get started there here pretty soon. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. And I hate to say it, but I was right. Everybody said 1 to 2. We got 3, just a little north of town. We got 3.5. So, yeah, I don't post a forecast unless I feel like I'm 100% sure. No, I'm going to be 100% honest. When I took a drive last night and I went live, I wasn't really all that sure. I started seeing a lot of the dry snow falling and things like that. And I was like, man, these dew points just aren't where they're going to be. Now, I will admit, Saturday night into Sunday, I was off by 13 miles. But looking at current snow totals that I have currently, so if you want to find a good place to get a snow total, I have a table set up in my backyard that I can get a snow total off of. It has to be unobstructed, and it has to have no temperature fluctuations to it, so it can't have any electricity or anything like that. It has to have been set outside long enough to be at air temperature. So, and it's set like 2.5, 3 feet off the ground. So, looking at that, I went out and did a quick measurement, just a hair over 3 inches. Excuse me, tired still. And if you're wondering why we don't typically or haven't been doing morning coffee with Brad, sleep has been evading me at night. So it's been a little rough lately, but we're getting through it. So, but we have a little bit more of a surprise as far as weather goes, and we're going to dig into that a little bit. So we're going to get a little bit of snow showers throughout the day today. High is going to be around 30 degrees. So we're going to be stuck with the snow that we have a little bit, but the ground temperatures are still a little bit warm. So let's dig into that a little bit. Let's see what we got going on as far as ground temperatures. So this is from the National Weather Service, currently 28 degrees. Out there currently, wind speed is out of the north at 13 miles per hour. Dew points at 25 degrees, which means any snow falling would be a little on the dry side. Chance of snow showers, then slight chance of snow showers. And then tonight we have snow showers as well, low of 22. I'm going to say we're going to get down to 21. Veterans Day tomorrow, high of 39. I'm going to say we're going to be at 37, mostly cloudy, then a slight chance of snow showers, then 31 for your Tuesday night. Wednesday, we're going to be sunny with a little bit of clouds inundated in the area. I'm going to say we're going to be at 48 degrees, and then Wednesday night, we're going to get down to 27. So our forecast is a little off from what you see on your screen there, but I'm totally okay with that because I have proven myself time and time again that I can be a little bit more right. So why are we talking about the weather on the National Weather Service page is because they're not really showing what's coming tonight. They have a 50% chance of snow showers. We're going to dig into that a little bit. I said by the end of the day Monday, we should have about 3 inches of snow on the ground. We're right on the money on that, guys. I'm pretty happy that I was able to forecast that appropriately with the warm ground temperatures. So let's go to Google, current Indiana ground temperature. Let's see where we are at this point. National Weather Service. See if we drop temperature. I don't think we probably have a whole lot. Uh-oh, it's down. All right, well, let's get out of that. That's not what I want. So, I mean, if we look up here in Michigan, this kind of gives us a good idea here. So it's still 41 degrees at 2 inches in depth. So that's telling me that it really hasn't had a whole lot of change. So the snow that we do have on the ground is going to have that opportunity to melt. So unfortunately, it's not going to stick around. The cold, excuse me, the cold air is going to give us that opportunity for it to stick around a little bit. It's going to fight the ground temperatures, but the ground is still a little bit too warm for that to happen. So enjoy it while it lasts, folks. All right, so let's talk about this evening just a little bit here. Don't shoot the messenger. There we go. So that's currently what we're looking at over the next hour. We're going to have some snow showers in the area. No real additional accumulation as the lake effect snow showers start to ramp back up for today. Now, moving into tonight, let's fast forward about 12 hours. We see that lake effect snow machine start to pick back up, and then the wind shift, and then boom. So we have some wind setting up, coming towards our direction once again. But if you look really closely, you're seeing us bullseye about 1 inch. So there is a good possibility we get 1 to 2 inches again tonight. I'm going to stay conservative on that and say we'll probably see another 2 inches. And so why do I say I'm going to stay conservative on that? And that's showing 1, because that's showing midnight Tuesday. So there's still some time for some more snow to fall. And with the winds that we're going to see and everything like that, I'm going to say 2 inches. There is a possibility we could get a little bit more. I'm not so much of a firm believer on that, but 2 inches, I would say, is where we could be. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. I don't even stay up that late, so it's brutal. So 2-hour delay for Huntington County Schools for snow. And Don, when he was on his way out into work, he said most roads have been plowed and intersections have been salted. However, there are still patches of ice and slick spots. Plan your travels accordingly. State Road 114, 105, and 16 are plowed, but still have a lot of snow coverage in spots. North Manchester and Silver Lake snow accumulations look to only been 1.5 to 2 inches. In Huntington, west of Norwood's, accumulation was approximately 3.5 inches. So what he's talking about there in around Silver Lake and North Manchester, so they got the snow a little earlier than we did. So as that snow came down, it was kind of coming from the northeast, and then the snow band shifted, and then it kind of came like this, right? So as it did that, they got that earlier snowfall, and we just talked about the ground temps still being 40 degrees, maybe a little higher. So their snowfall ended a little earlier. So what happened is that snow had a chance to actually melt. So it's melting from the bottom up. So like I said, tonight, we'll double check here a little bit later. Obviously, there's a chance for some more snow tonight. Once that lake effect snow machine ramps back up, I'm going to say we'll see about 2 inches. So when I say 2 inches, give me a half inch either way. But I'm saying 2 inches. Pretty exciting. First snowfall of the year. Oh, excuse me. Goodness gracious. All right. So we have to know who got it right. So give me a second here, because this is going to take a minute to find. Because we're going back. We're going way back. I should have pinned it. If anybody's tuned in and watching, do you know the Muffin Man? I'm just kidding. Do you know when it was when we did the first snow? I tell you what, I'm really terrible a little bit sometimes with mentioning my partnerships here, but if you haven't, please take a moment, check out TDSR, Team Dominator Storm Recovery. We partner with them on storm recovery efforts. And then also check out Dubby Energy Drinks. It's a great energy drink without having the crash. So I love it. I drink it. The sample pack that I got came with a tumbler. I do have that pinned on our page, so you feel free to check that out. I've got to be getting close. Tell you what, I just need two monitors right in front of me. Maybe I need to put my TV on the wall here. Hi, Don. Don was out driving around, and we're going to do the same here shortly. I do got to be careful. I got a couple doctor's appointments. 469 off ramps have ice. We were just told. Thank you for that update, Chad. Man. Ha, found it. So that was September 22nd. Oh my gosh. So we got to keep going a little bit because I shared it at one point. I guess I could have been ready and had this pulled up for you guys, huh? We're almost there. Don't forget, while I'm going through checking this out, we are at 650 currently. 50 more followers. We're going to do another tornado giveaway. There we go. That's what I wanted. All right. So November 10th, Janine Rehack. She was close. November 13th, 3rd, 10th. November 1st. October 29th. Oh, man. I thought somebody nailed it, but oh, this says November 20th. Karen Briggs was the closest, everybody. So let's go back up a little bit where I shared that because there was a couple updates. here's the updates. October 20th, November 3rd. So looks like Karen Briggs was the closest. I'll be darned. All right. Well, that's cool. Sorry for ignoring the comments there for a minute. Let me get caught back up. Initial reports from Fort Wayne, they got about the same amount of snow that Huntington did. There was an accident at GM earlier. Not much weather is bad for your truck. West of Norwood's about 3.5 inches of snow. North Manchester, probably less than 2 inches. I'll be honest with you, Don. As I drove through there last night, I would say they probably got 2 to 2.5. But with the ground temperature still plus 40 degrees, I'm saying that it probably melted a little bit. So I do have the thought there that it could have been more snow, but the ground heat is going to melt that a little bit as well. So now keep in mind, as we get into tonight, we have the potential for 1 to 2 inches. I'm saying 2 inches almost exactly, but we'll see. Give me a little bit of leeway either way going into tonight, overnight. So starting about 8 o'clock tonight. Was I right on that? 8 o'clock? Let me back up a little bit. About 7 o'clock, that lake effect snow machine is going to really kick up and start pushing towards our direction again. So 7, 8 o'clock tonight, we're going to start seeing some of those snowflakes come back into our area as the lake effect snow machine kicks back into high gear, and that's going to give us the potential for more snowfall tonight. So that's going to put us in that 1 to 2 inch range on the map here. I'm going to say we're going to see closer to that 2 inch range. So if not a little bit more. Nice. I bet they had fun plowing. Bridges are slick. Like I said, I'm only going to be on here for about a half hour, and then we're going to kick the tires, light the fires. We're going to go out. We're going to take a drive just around town, give people a look at what's going on out in town. If you have any pictures, you're already out and about, and you have any pictures of the road conditions, please put those in the comments. And remember, there's 2 hour delay this morning. Watch out for the kiddos as they do get out to the bus stop, as long as they didn't cancel school. Do you think it was bad enough for cancellation, Don? Kind of wait a minute to see what he says here. I figure they probably would have school is canceled today. Now I gotta change my banner. That's it. That's it, guys. Huntington County Schools is closed. Let's see. It's going to be an e-learning day today, November 10th, 2025, due to slick conditions. Synchronous information can be found on their website. School's out. And school's closed today. All the kids out there that are so excited for that, I am happy for you as well. So here we go, guys. So we're going to have to go out and see what's going on out there. You know, I have my own little neighborhood. It doesn't look bad. I mean, but like I said, as these winds kick up throughout the day, we're going to get a little bit of drifting and whatnot. So what's that going to do for us? Because it's going to get so close to that freezing mark. I think that it's going to be less of an issue later in the day. But we're also going to get really cold tonight as that wind comes through, going to give us that flash freeze. And then we're going to get another inch or two tonight. So yep, you say no cancellations, but Huntington schools are closed today. It is an e-learning day. Douse your fire. You started a fire? Caveman. All right, guys, if you guys have any questions about the weather, what it's going to look like coming up tonight, let me know. This is the current weather model. I'm going to bounce out of that actually for a moment and see if I can maybe get that to give me a little bit of a longer range. HRRR usually gives me a 48-hour window rather than an 18-hour window. It's like, hello, I pay for you. All right, that's better. Thank you. All right, well, let's go back in there. I'm going to change where the location. Now, with this, I can go as far as local, but I don't like that map. So, ooh, tough cookies. Let me zoom in on this a little bit here. So this has a band setting up just outside of Huntington proper, and that's going to put us right in an inch. So that means that if that band switches, 20 miles either direction, we could get up to 3. So I'm still gonna hold firm on the 2-inch estimation I have there. If you far northern Huntington County, 3 inches is what that's saying there. Up here, South Bend and Elkhart, you're looking at another 7, probably 6 to 7. Man, look at that, another foot up here. That's all over the lake though, but a good swath of snow is going to come right through our area overnight tonight. So keep that in mind. We're going to keep watching that for you guys as well as we get through that. So we got just a couple more minutes here, then I'm going to hop out in the Storm Raider. We're going to go out and raid some snow. I'm excited. I like snow. So the roads last night when I was out driving around just trying to get a feel for what was happening, roads weren't bad. Walk uphill both ways to the bus stop through a foot of snow. So we're just going to have to go out and see the roads for ourselves, see how bad it really is. We're going to go out and hit some of those county roads that are less traveled and whatnot. School being canceled, that's just kind of crazy. First snowfall of the season, canceled school. Didn't see that coming, did we? I will admit I was the one that said, it's not going to stick to the roads. But apparently it came down fast enough, hard enough, that it did. Now, it was also a wet snow, so I was going off. So if you look at 10 to 1, a 10 to 1 snowfall ratio, so what 1 inch of rain or water can do for snow, right? That's your average precipitation for our area as far as wet or dry snow. You get as high as 15 to 1 or 1 to 1. As crazy as you want to get with it. I was forecasting this off of 12 to 1, so a little wetter than average, but I think this really got wet early this morning and really kind of had some really big flakes that we had to have. And just we had to have some really good snowfall rates. But my arm's really tired. I didn't have to change my forecast after I made it. Wayne TV changed theirs 3 or 4 times. National Weather Service, theirs changed, I think, twice. Right? It's a success story. So, a lot of people get mad at keyboard meteorologists. I don't have any formal training through school or anything like that. I've taken my time to go through and learn how the weather models work and how all the different datas work together to give us what we do, which is forecast accurately. What drove me to do this was, as a child, I'd watch TV and be like, we're going to get 3 inches of snow, and then we would get nothing, right? Absolutely nothing. I was like, how can you be so wrong? Well, I can tell you how they can be so wrong. So they go over to their weather models, and they're like, blah, 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 blah. And they don't look at all the information. So, like, all this other information is here for a reason, right? So we look at relative humidity, we look at dew points, we look at wind barbs, we look at, how far above the ground, the reflectivity, quantitative precipitation, cloud cover, precipitable water, get in the upper air dynamics. We're going to be looking at shear and everything like that. So, I mean, I don't think that they look at that enough. And they just kind of let the weather models do their job, and they go, we'll go with that one. So, I don't know. I feel like I did a lot more homework than average for this one, but I mean, I even broke down into the math part of it. Just that's where my snow totals came from. I said 2 to 3 inches. I don't mean to pat myself on the back so hard, but if this system brought any confidence into you, make sure to give us a like and a follow. I appreciate it. I put a lot of mental power and work into doing this. And I want to make sure my forecasts are as accurate as possible. So, when we get a system coming through like this, that's my job. That's what I want to do. I want to provide you with the most accurate information I can. And a lot of people were asking me, Brad, when's our next snowfall going to be after this one? Guys, I'm not going to dig into that because it's way too far out. I can tell you that it's going to warm up enough to where I'm not worried about it come through Thanksgiving-ish, unless something changes. So we got a couple weeks here where I'm not really worried about winter weather. We've got a couple systems that might bring us some rain. And then we get kind of on the edge of a system. And there's a reason I'm not showing this on the screen. I mean, there's our next chance. But it's out in December, guys. I'm not comfortable saying, hey, let's forecast something that's 28 days away. Not going to do it. Not going to start the hype on it. I won't talk about it until it's probably a week out of probabilities. And so, and if you're planning anything around there, what's on the model currently doesn't look like it's anything significant anyway. So, but we're not going to dig into that. Amen. I wish I could get paid to be wrong, but I'm too obsessive to be wrong. So, no, I'm not trying to be overly confident or anything like that, guys, but I put a lot of pride into my work. So when it comes down to it, I get really excited when I hit something on the money like that. But like I said, last night I went out for a drive just to get a taste for what was coming off Lake Michigan. I went all the way out to US 31. And as I was driving through, I kept getting big pockets of really dry snow and everything like that. And I was just like, man, is this really, is this where we're at? I was like, man, we're maybe going to see an inch. And I was like, was I wrong? Man, and I tell you what, I was beating myself up. And yesterday I wasn't feeling all that great. This morning I'm not feeling much better. Maybe a little bit. We're coming around. I did not have coffee yesterday. We're sucking down some coffee this morning. So maybe that's the big difference. But it's almost like allergies. I have a friend that has COVID, bless her heart. But yeah. I'm done patting myself on the back. Okay, sorry. I just let that model finish so I could see if there's any actual big storms out there, and I don't see anything yet. So, anywho, any questions, comments, concerns? We're about to hop off here. We're going to go live look out onto the roads today. We'll give you a couple minutes for question and answer time here. Just let us know what kind of questions you have. Remember, as we're gaining our followers, we're going to do another giveaway at 700 followers. Just keep that in mind. Schools are closed today. Like, follow, and share. Let's get up to that 700 mark. And we'll give a Snow-Nado away. We'll have the choice between a pink and a blue one. So let us know what you would like in the comments when we do that. So we are getting closer every day. And thank you for being here with us. Thank you for trusting us with your weather. It means a lot. It really does. So we are currently at 650. So we were stuck at like 637 for a while, and I was just absolutely blown away. So just thank you guys for being here. So we're gonna kick out the tires. We're gonna go warm up the truck a little bit, and we'll see you on the road. We're gonna go live. I'm gonna try to do on the same system that we have here. I don't know if my phone will do StreamYard, but yeah, I will try to hop into StreamYard. If not, I'm just gonna do Facebook Live. I'd really like to get my YouTube up and rolling as well. So if you are on YouTube, go like us on YouTube as well. I haven't been posting a whole lot of content there. I plan on changing that in the future. And I am also going back to work starting next Monday. So keep all that in mind. We'll do morning coffee with Brad on my way to work. It's about an hour drive, so we will do that. Just thanks for being here today, guys. I appreciate you. Remember to like, follow, and share. And we will see you out on the roads.